set. We are at a tie match at the top. Double gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They did be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Deadhard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Holy crap, yes!
Oh my god!
That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because.
Yeah, but they will be able to block this. Getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body block.
God.
Oh, they were here. Welcome back, everybody, to Champions of the Fog. I'm your host, LittleRugaard, and we are starting off today with another Larry's match. It is going to be Monarchy versus Deathwish. And we're going to be going with a ghost-faced mirror, something I don't think I've seen yet. We went to these inside maps to see some stealth killers, and we saw some stealth killers here and there, but I think this is the first straight-up stealth killer mirror match, and I'm super stoked to see what these players have in store for us. So we're going to be seeing Monarchy on Ghostface first, and then swiftly followed by Deathwish's own Ghostface. And I can't even imagine what they're going to bring here. I do not know what Ghostface wants to bring to Larry's besides maybe some like band-aids for their forehead, because good grief, I do not know how this is going to turn out, but I'm here for it. I'm excited, and we don't have to wait much longer as we are loading in very shortly here with Slow Galio on the Ghostface, immediately popping into stealth mode and going off hunting for some survivors. Maybe trying to see if they can see a sneak peek of somebody walking around. Yeah, using that stealth and stalking ability to see the outline of an ace. Ace quickly running multiple survivors. But I say, yeah, we do not hear whether or not they are being revealed, unfortunately. I was wondering why we weren't hearing that, because these survivors are obviously looking at the killer. And a totem immediately going down. And it looks like there is, in fact, a pentimento here. They do find Quentin, and that's going to result in a pallet stun. Unfortunate. Worth noting, there is no corrupt intervention, as, yeah, it just does not get nearly as much value on these games. Oh! That gen is regressing. This killer brought in Ruin. And very possible it was a Ruin Undying. So Ruin Undying and Pentimento seem to be the go-to here. And now they do have Ace fully stocked up. They are exposed. Good mind games here coming in from this killer. And they do get a reveal as well from the Quentin. Quentin coming in here and taking an M1. However, they will find out it is a sloppy butcher. So go back and enjoy your healing time. However, there is a God pallet for this Ace to extend this chase out just long enough. Almost 20 seconds down, maybe even 30 seconds on this exposure still left. Can they get this instant down before Ace is able to get away? Another survivor, Jake, with the good hair, coming in and taking another body block for the Ace here. Not wanting to give anything for free. A brilliant body block there from Jake is going to give this Ace a much needed break. However, there's still a couple seconds left. Dropping the pallet, they're gonna run away. They've got seconds left on this exposure. They get to the window. I think the Ace is gonna be able to recover this. No, just a split second too late as the Bloodlust came into effect. One gen down for these survivors. 3 survivors still injured here. And with that sloppy butcher revealed, we know all the perks. Ghostface going to leave those survivors injured and go look for someone else as Jake does get healed. They find the only survivor that is not injured so far, and it is Nia. There is a totem right there as well. Survivor is injured back in this corner. Probably saving a sprint burst. Running alongside. No terror radius for this killer, and they do get revealed in the end. getting good distance here with Quentin. I imagine Ace might be getting reset as well, as you do not want to stay injured too long against a killer that you literally cannot tell where they are. And they do go down at the window. It's going to be one hook coming in for this killer. And there goes Ruin as well. Gonna have to be firing up Pentimento shortly for the extra slowdown here. Pentimento also a very good perk for this map, as again, the totem spawns are in just absolutely atrocious spots. Look at how far you have to go for this one. Get to kick this gen, guard this hook. I wonder if we might see this Ghostface trying to camp this the second stage with this 30% slowdown active. Interesting, going for a double activation on the Pentimento. I do believe the second activation does slow down healing as well, so the Ace is going to be in a very slow predicament as both Sloppy Butcher and the Pentimento apply to it. Ghostface is looking around for someone possibly trying to come in for this unhook. Peeking around, yeah, they will be trying to secure the second stage. As again, they do have Pentimento up. Survivor is coming in for the unhook. Will they get it? A little bit of stock going, forcing the Survivor eventually to commit to something. Killer looking around, making sure the second Survivor is not going to come in for it. They do take an M1. No Survivor in here to take it. This will proceed to a second stage for the Quentin. Absolutely huge swing in favor of the Ghostface here, as the gen has not finished. And that 30% slowdown applied to both the heal and the gen speed. Yeah, this Jake does go down over here on the opposite side of the hook. And they're going to leave them slug, going back to protect the hook. But I imagine a Survivor is well on their way to get this unhook. Well, we don't see scratch marks. Well, I say that. They may not be able to get this unhook after all. Just checking around, looking for any survivors. Leaving the Jake slugged out. They do finish a gen for what it's worth, but now it is looking to be a potential 3v1. If survivors do not get here quickly, this Quentin is going to proceed to death hook. They need an unhook ASAP here, unless Quentin maybe has kinship as well. Even willing to get revealed by the Quentin just to secure the stage. Yeah, and they do proceed to death hook. Jake does get a full heal, however, through Sloppy and Pentimento. Survivors are gonna have to take a chance to reset here as they do find Jake. Another survivor probably in the vicinity here. Looking around and not seeing anybody just yet. Third generator going down for these survivors. Survivors are fighting back despite the fact that one of their teammates is gone. Looks like they are going back to check their totem spawns, and Jake is caught out here. Will be taking the M1 as they tried to cleanse one of those Pentimentos. Another survivor in this corner as well, as they're probably gonna be rotating a bit here. Jake dropping that pallet, but now it's a matter of the mind games. There's no door here, and Jake will go down. First hook coming in for this survivor. However, we will probably will see a Pentimento pop. There's one Pentimento. Do they get a second one or not? Getting rid of these Pentimentos are huge, as this frees up this gen to be done rather quickly. Yeah, I think that is being worked on right now. This killer didn't even realize it until it was too late. However, that is Ace, and Ace is injured. Going ahead and take some free stock as they are going to drop this pallet. Jake does get unhooked by the Nia. Ace will take the vault there. Do they have Wise to get them away? No, they do not. Gonna be extending this chase here. Flashbang going down, but not going to get it. Good fake there from the survivor, greeting out that pallet and greeting out another one, but they will go down for this. And that is first hook coming in for the Ace. Survivor's just now resetting the Jake through the Sloppy Butcher. Skiller has a fair amount of pressure on their hands. Survivor is taking time to reset after every injury so they don't get caught out and instantly downed. Couldn't tell for certain, but it looked like there might have been a survivor sneaking back for that unhook. Looks like Ghostface is just going to patrol this area, making sure that no one gets back here for free. And they do find Jake getting some free stock on them, though Jake quickly hiding when they notice. Yeah, and they did sneak a survivor back here for the unhook after all. Question is, can they get this ace out before Ghostface is back here, tunnels them? Do we get some stock on the Nia? And yeah, they're going to go straight back for this ace. Do not want to let them get out for free, and keep your stock up on the 2 reigning fresh survivors. Imagine we might see a potential body bucket. No, they're not going to commit to ace at all. Waiting for their power to come back here. They do find Nia. Nia is stocked up and ready to be slugged. Can this Nia extend this chase for 60 seconds? Live is going to get them the distance to the God Pallet. Wait, no, there isn't a God Pallet spawn back here. I thought there was. No, it's the corner pallet. This is going to be so bad. Can they win this 50-50? Quentin will get the reveal. Oh, sorry, not Quentin. Ace will get the reveal, but they do go down over the pallet. Ace having to run as well, as they're going to be getting first hook on this Nia. Really good spread out pressure from this killer. Survivor's doing a really good job, again, getting rid of those 2 Pentamentos to keep the slowdown to a minimum. This killer is a sloppy butcher only killer now. They do see scratch marks over here, but are they going to commit to anything? Doesn't look like it. They need to get this ace healed, as Ace is in a vulnerable position. Jake over here on the single man gen. There are 2 single man gens on this side of the map. That is disgusting RNG for these survivors. It seems like survivors are just content to let the Nia hang out on the hook for a little bit. Probably going to try and reset this ace so that they don't get caught out and just slug down for the 4K. Oh, no, they do instead go for the unhook on the Nia. Ghostface wrapping around to see maybe if they can catch a survivor off guard. Though maybe if they're all 3 there, they could be... Oh, they're scratch marks. I think they have all spread out from this area. A survivor still here, so we do see blood. And Nia is still out here. God Pallet is thrown on this side. You do get the reveal, but at what cost? Lithe is going to be huge here for this Nia. Be able to get them a much needed distance away. Give him a little bit of extension, but I don't know how much. Take him to the other side of the map to make sure that these gens have progress and time to get done. However, Nia will go down here almost instantly. Will they go for a pickup? There could be a potential decisive strike. They are the obsession. No, they do not have decisive strike. And this will be second hook for the Nia. Survivors have lots of time to work on those 2 gens in the back, but again, they are both single generators. They need to get at least one of them done to split up the gens here. There is a lot of progress, though, on this single man gen. What about the other one? Yeah, this gen is about 98%. It seems like multiple gens have 90+% progress on them here. We could have looked, that almost looked like they were going to pop 2 at the same time. If Nia had just stuck around a little bit longer, we might have seen both of the gens pop and we proceed to end game here. But instead, these survivors are going to get it chased around a little bit. Jake trying to take him to the other side, but now Ghostface in power is going to stalk Jake. And with that extra add-on you see in the corner, it takes 20% off the time it takes a full, I believe, second off the required time to stalk a survivor. They're going to be injured, or sorry, exposed very quickly. And Jake getting caught off guard. They're going to go down under the pallet. Will we see a gen pop for this chase, or will they not have enough time? Free-range medkit on the ground there. It seems like the gen was not touched. It is continuing to regress here. Immediate unhook on the Jake. Ghostface going over and checking the other gen. Survivors have at least 3 gens that have a significant amount of progress on them. Oh, that is a mid-vault style hitbox. Brutal hit on the Nias. This is going to be death hook here. And this generator is going to start regressing as soon as they kick it. I imagine we'll see 1 gen pop after that unhook. Will they be able to get a second one too? Survivors need as many gens as possible here just to try and give their killer a chance in this trial or set. And they do get the pop on that generator. Will we see a third generator pop? I'm sorry, the second generator pop. Looking now for the ace, slugging out Jake. As Jake is only worth 1 point at this point, but Ace is worth 2. Ace was back here. That generator is not regressing like it was. Was Ace able to get the call out and hide in time? No, there they are. Ghostface in power now, ready to stalk Ace. Will we see a potential unbreakable from the Jake, or will this be lights out? Bloodlust kicking in. This is going to be an M1 here. Will they be able to get back quickly enough to Jake with enough time maybe to get a pickup? Is there an unbreakable play? Is Osaka just trying to extend the chase as long as possible? Let Ace or Jake maybe get to a point of bleeding out. Whipping through the pallet as Ace did not take that path and is going to continue this chase. I think what that's going for right now is just trying to get Jake to the point maybe they can bleed out, as they did finish that last gen. Yeah, having to leave Ace on the ground as they need to go find Jake first, as Jake has had the most time to move around. Though that is risking Ace also having unbreakable potentially. It's very close. If Ace is able to unbreakable up, they could very well make back to that gen and get the pickup, get the finish on the gen and have 5 gens done. Yeah, just trying to find if they can figure out where the slug is. Under 2 minutes left on that bleed out timer. This is what we've seen before many a times on these indoor maps. The survivors are able to hide themselves, as there is no set hatch spawn. There is no set hatch play. It is deny the killer points through a bleed out. And this Ghostface is having to walk around. Granted, Jake doesn't know where Ghostface is either. Oh, it seems like they do find Jake up here in the top corner, and there is no unbreakable on the Ace as it would have been used by now. And this will result in a death hook on Jake. However, they have been looking for Jake for at least a minute and a half now, so Ace also has had time to crawl away. Will Hatch potentially spawn under them? Now Ace is in the corner here, and there is a hook waiting for them. This will be a 4K for the killer at 4 gens done, 1 still up. This will be a 24-8 lead in favor of Monarchy going into the second trial here. Very good ghost play. Like, I don't think Ruin's that great anymore, and this killer managed to get some value, if not much, but a little bit of value out of that Ruin Undying, and getting that sick. I think Pentimento might have been MVP of this game, being able to camp out the Quentin early on and force a 30% slowdown for the rest of the time. Just really, really strong gameplay from this Ghostface. I was very impressed. We'll have to see how Deathwish's Ghostface answers in turn. But with that said, we'll be getting that next trial underway very shortly for you guys. If you don't know, you are our only sponsors. We do appreciate you sitting through these ads. I know it's a little bit of time, but it does help us out on the back end. Any bits, subs, donations all help us continue to increase production value for all you, the viewers. And with that said, we'll be back very shortly with another Ghostface. 2 Ghostfaces in one day? What a treat. All right, folks, welcome back to trial number 2 of set number 1. Can Ghostface get a 4K before 4 gens, or will it be a tie, or will it be a win? We'll have to just find out. Is it's going to be the second half of a Ghostface mirror on Larry's, and I'm pretty stoked for it. There was some very fun Ghost play in the beginning, and we're going to wrap it up with another part of the mirror, and here we have Ultra on the Ghostface. Looks like they are running, interestingly enough, Corrupt Intervention. Very interesting. As you don't see Corrupt Intervention all the time on these killers immediately going into crawl mode. And they did not bring the camera add-on, so stalking will take the full 5 seconds instead of 4. Looking around for these survivor spawns, and looks like they are able to get out. We do see a totem, however. Very curious if it might be a Ruin, maybe a Devour Hope. Have to see what spice we have. Looking around and not seeing any trace of these survivors. These survivors have managed to fully stealth out. No scratch marks or gen progression just yet either. Looks like they might be going back to the corrupt zone, maybe suspecting someone on their totem, maybe thinking they stealthed out and they didn't go into the backside of the map. Can't say for sure. These survivors are more stealthy than the Ghostface at this point, almost. Yeah, even going back to this corner to see if they are in here, hoping maybe even for a survivor to start trying to reveal them by accident and give away their position. We are 30 seconds left in this corrupt intervention time, and nobody has shown their face. This is not what you want to see on the killer side, waiting out a full minute of, or 2 minutes of corrupt intervention and not getting any value for it. It is in fact Ruin, as that Jen is regressing. They do find Nia, but there's only 15 seconds left in corrupt intervention, and not even going to bother taking chase. Looking for other survivors. Not too many gens with progress on them at the moment. And they do find Adam here. Adam has a safe pallet, though, and will they be able to get to it and use it? It looks like they will. Going ahead and dropping that. Ghostface will go ahead and pop it, but leave the chase entirely, stealthing back up. Looking around for somebody to stop, but not seeing anything immediately. Going back to the gen that Nia was on. Seems like Nia might have had a heads up that that killer was in the area. Again, I will admit, Ghostface, you can hear pretty well. Those leather pants are making a lot of noise. Dropping a safe pallet. Will they stick around to it? They will stick to it. Greeting it out, not going for the vault. And they will opt to kick it. No brutal strength. However, Ruin will get some value on that. I'm surprised that we're seeing Ruin. I guess this map might just be good for Ruin. They will get a hit over the top of the pallet, and Nia will continue to run on. Another very safe pallet here as well, and they will opt to break it. Worth noting that this killer also has Sloppy Butcher, so a good significant amount of slowdown for the heals should they try to go for it. Not opting to go for that gen, as that has not had much progress. Curious that we haven't seen any gen progress just yet, or anything popping off at it either. And this will probably result in Nia going on. Yeah, they have given up. They are going to go to the comp corner in the exit gate area, and 2 gens popping off back to back. 3, count them. Oh my goodness, what a showing from these survivors. Resiliency, waiting out the corrupt intervention, and then popping 3 generators before the first hook can be had. Very strong survivor play. Again, we did see something similar on the previous killer, and this is where the game started to slow down significantly. However, if you remember, the killer did have Pentimento for that excruciating slowdown for that camp. And we do not see something of the sort here. There is not that extra slowdown. I imagine survivors are just going to be jamming generators during this camp. I say camp, survivors are able to get the unhook here. And it looks like they're going to go straight for the tunnel on the Nia. They need a survivor out of this game ASAP. Dropping the pallet as they get revealed. Trying to mind game, and on the third try, they do go over the top. Will there be a decisive strike? Will they leave them slug? They're not going to bother. They're going to go right back to this gen. There was a survivor on it. They were going to kick them off for just a little bit. Maybe wanting to wait out potential decisive strike, because with this side strike, you will be able to get to a safer part of the map. Looks like they're just getting some stalk going. Well, this is a very unsafe spot if you are exposed. If Claudette's not able to expose this killer, they won't be able to, and that'll be a down for the Claudette. Nia does get picked up, however. First hook on the Claudette there. Generator has been slowly regressing with Ruin. Nia still not healed just yet, as it is Sloppy Butcher. Does take a significant amount of time. And another generator, 4th gen popping off for the survivors. Ghostface kind of struggling to mount some pressure, as again, they do not have nearly as much slowdown as the previous Ghostface. I think this just convinces me more than that Pentimento was the MVP, and the 5th generator goes down. These survivors playing absolutely out of their mind to secure these last generators. And Nia getting body blocked by the Adam will go down there as Adam runs for their life. No Noah to be seen. Dropping God Pallet, preemptively blinding as well. Ghostface needs some fresh hooks, and Adam is a fresh hook in this scenario, needing those extra points. Adam running around, not the God Palette side. They will probably be taking a hit here, but I imagine survivors are well already on their way to finishing the exit gate. Scratch marks already over here. Yeah, we see scratch marks at the exit gate. Does the Ghostface see them? They do. And they'll be going for this hit. It's Claudette. She is caught out here. Oh, whiffing a little bit there. And this will be a second hook coming in for them. They do pick up the Nia in the meantime. Ghostface leaving them at the exit gate. Nia does get a full heal. And now stealthing out to see what other survivors they can possibly get. There is the Kenny Ace. Have we seen Ace all game, actually? I think this is the first time we've seen Ace, as they are rocking the Kenny cosmetic from Attack on Titan. I do appreciate a fellow Kenny enjoyer. Yeah, they're slugging them out. They do want those extra progression states. Oh, dropping, and they have the light to go. Exit gates are open. Ace heading towards the exit gates. That light is going to pay off dividends, as I don't know if they're going to be able to catch up and get this hit on the Ace. Ace has so much distance. Ghostface needed a, yeah, that is the unfortunate thing about Ghostface to this day, is that rubber banding does cause you not to be able to get those leans. Not able to get the exposed status effect on Ace or any of the injured survivors. And that is going to be the 4 out. Really, really tough game for the Ghostface there. Is again, I really do think the, like, not taking away from the previous Ghostface's skill, they were played very well, but Pentimento just played dividends. And as we see here with Ruin not getting cleansed, this killer was not able to get Pentimento down. So very unfortunate for the killer there, but very fortunate for Monarchy survivors, as they will be taking home the W in set number 1. And with that said, we'll be getting set number 2 underway very shortly, and it is going to be a replay of the previous match. We're going back to, in fact, the game. And wouldn't you know it, we're going to have a mirror on this game as well. We're going to have an Executioner mirror. I do love to see some Pyramid Head. I'm very curious how Pyramid Head plays on this map specifically. Can't really tell. I wasn't expecting an Executioner, as we see that 10, like, that's a normal killer. So the fact we're seeing this on a indoor map is interesting to say the least. Probably trying to negate some of those pallets, but we will have to see how that pays off for them. But don't fret, we'll be back very shortly. Stick with us through another ad break, as it does help us out on the back end. We'll be back very shortly, folks. Stay tuned. All right, folks, welcome back to trial number 3. Score is a bit tedious as it is a 30-point lead for Monarchy, but it is not done yet. We do have a second set. Points are here to be had. And depending on how Deathwish plays, they may even be able to bring back the match point. We'll just have to see as we are loading it on the Executioner. We are going to be seeing Ultra play them once again. Let's see how this plays off. They do bring Corrupt Intervention. Some gens are blocked off down here. Question is, where did these survivors spawn? This is an absolute maze to get your head under real quick. So this is the corner T&L wall. Survivors not seeming to be in here as they have spread out either from this location or a different location entirely. Nothing to be found just yet. Sounds like there might be footsteps, but I cannot tell if it's a survivor or the killer in this scenario. Checking back behind these vans and not seeing anything just yet. Survivors have thoroughly settled up. There we go. We do find the Nia. Nia knowing they're spotted, as well as Kenny immediately taking an M2 and not getting the shot they were hoping for. Both these survivors spreading out, and we see multiple scratch marks. The gig is up. Good double back there from the survivor as they drop into the hole. See if the killer is able to catch up here. Dropping one of several god pallets. No brutal strength from this killer. Nothing other than Corrupt being seen just yet, as we are about 30 seconds left with Corrupt Intervention. Taking him to the drop point. They will wait out the full duration, and they will take an M1 as a result. No Sloppy Butcher or Thanatophobia to be seen. Almost getting the vault back hit, as I believe that might have been a potential live. Cannot tell just yet, as they are tormented. Ace continuing to take this chase. Will they go down at this pallet or not? They do. Beautiful M2 from the Pyramid Head, and that is going to go straight to the cage. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Go straight to the gulag. One gen popping off from these survivors already, as we see this killer coming in to kick another gen. Adam with Sprint Break is going to get good distance, and that jet is yellow. Could be Call of Brine, could be Eruption. We'll have to find out. Ace still on the cage at the moment. Seeing scratch marks from the Adam coming back. They do uncage the survivor immediately for the people from the Colada. Is going to give this survivor some extra time, as they are likely going to be tunneled out here. Yeah, there is Ace. Good dodge and patience there, waiting out the punishment. And instead, Pyramid is going to jump off and go after the Claudette instead, as they are injured and broken at the moment. Ace is tormented again. Almost have to taunt the killer. It's like, yes, that's right, I'm tormented. And they do go down. That is an eruption spiking off on that generator, as they do finish 2 generators now for these survivors. Only 1 hook for this killer so far. Nia does take a hit there. Ace coming in seemingly to try and take some pressure or get the pickup, but they are not able to, and this is going to be second hook resulting on the Claudette. Two survivors jamming out the gen over in the middle. Looks like it's going to be a third gen at some point soon. Oh, that was a pain res. It's going to regress that gen just enough to not let it pop. Getting a hit through the sprint burst on the Atom. And that skill is going to be able to apply Eruption again to this generator. Looks like they are going to continue the chase on the Atom into... Oh, Atom trying to sneak away. Careful, that could be... Yeah, they might be going down here. That was a sprint burst survivor. They do. That is an Eruption as well as a slug near this unhook. They're going to go for the hook trade here. Ace able to dodge it, though. However, Claudette not so able to, and they are going to be getting tunneled here. Nope, my bad. I am wrong. Ace is going to come back here and show off their torment. Good block there. However, they are going to be halted from being able to throw that pallet. They're going to take an injury. Still not going for the Atom. They want a survivor out of the game ASAP here. Ace going to drop down. No balance landing. That is going to be a down on the Ace here. And will they go to the Gulag? Yes, they will. Pick up on Atom in the meantime. We'll have to see if they're able to finish the generator. Nia getting tormented now as well. We'll see a little bit of mind game here. Will Nia drop down? It looks like they will. Balance landing coming in. Yeah, that is a balance landing. However, second time not going to work out, and they will take a hit. Claudette was reset during this instance, and yeah, healed just in time to get a For the People off on the Ace as they are uncaged. Survivor is making really good rotations and teamwork here to keep that Ace alive as long as possible. Though I do believe Kenny was found. Blind shot behind the staircase will not work out. However, Kenny is now trapped behind here. Listening for the footsteps, and they get the shot. Oh my word. Good patience here from the survivor. Lythe able to get them up the staircase. Dropping that pallet preemptively, not wanting to take any chances, and Kenny is hanging on by a thread here. However, survivors are working on this generator. It is Atom sprint bursting away. However, that gen is still on Eruption. If they're able to get it down, that is going to be a significant amount of regression for this generator. Working their way around this hole with the pallet. Will they be able to get it down, or will they drop down? They're going to drop down. However, they will go down. Eruption firing off on that gen. They were not able to finish it. That is going to be at least another 24 seconds before that survivor can touch the generator again. If this is a pain res, that could be huge. A lot of regression as that is first hook for the Atom. Absolutely clutch Eruption there to keep that center gen from firing off. They even managed to find the Claudette as well, not having the ability to heal just yet after getting 4 of the people off on the Kenny. Yeah, Claudette is just going to take this as much far away from the survivor on hook. They do finish the center gen though. 3 gens done for these survivors. Could there potentially even be a 4th one underway? Unhook on the Atom as well. 3 gens down, 5 hooks for this killer, with at least 2 survivors now on death hook. They do find a survivor. There is blood over here. It is Nia. Waiting out, not firing the shot just yet. Very interesting. And they do get the mind in there. However, there is a Kenny from above falling in a horrible spot here. As this is tormented, even if they don't have... Oh no, this could be lights out for the survivors. This is not where you want to be. Kenny going down. Do you take it? No, they're just going to take the final judgment. This survivor was never hooked, only caged and then moried. Nia getting sent to the Gulag as well, as they are just now able to unhook the Claudette. Game falling back into the killer's favor ever so slowly. I believe this is both survivors heading back here. That bathroom gen does have a lot of progress though. Taking shots as they can hear the Atom behind here. Unhook on the, I'm sorry, uncage on the Nia. And this kill is going to continue chase on the Atom. They are kind of quarterback here. 4th gen does fall, was it? Yeah, that was the bathroom gen that had a lot of progress. This corner gen back here also having about 20-30%. And this Atom will be going down here in the corner as well. There is a hook nearby, so this will not take too much time. Will the survivors be able to get another gen done while this is happening? No, they're going to be resetting the survivors instead, as Claudette is now healed. Will we see Nia get healed soon as well? Possibly. I don't know. I see scratch marks, and there is some blood to mix in with it. Oh, I hear a totem in the background here. It looks like they might be trying to get some inner people. I'm sorry, inner healing. And Nia does go down, not able to cleanse the totem and get inner healing. This is going to be second hook for the Nia. They do get the unhook on the Atom. I think getting confused there. I think they might have thought that the survivor was tormented, but they are not. This will be second hook coming in here. Survivors only need one more gen to get these exit gates fired up. But with that back gen being the only one with progress, I don't know if they're going to be able to finish it. They do finish the heal on the Atom. Every survivor is death hook now. It is all down to this. Can they finish this last generator? If they are able to secure the 4K here on Executioner, that'll give their team a very good chance at coming back for the match point. Yeah, Pyramid Head just looking around trying to see if there's anybody coming in for this unhook. They want to secure this kill. However, someone did sneak back and his Nia is now unhooked. But will they be able to get away? Or will there be the tunnel out? Yeah, there is Nia ready for the balanced landing. However, will they be able to lead him on long enough chase to finish that corner gen, or will the Claudette finish it in time? Very precise play from this Pyramid Head, making sure that they get as much distance as possible on those drop downs. However, it does look like Nia without a pallet here. Yeah, there is no pallet. They will be going down here. Is there a possible DS play? DS would be huge here, giving the survivors just a little bit more time to finish that generator. No DS. She is out of this game. And that is a pain res as well. Slowing down that generator that Claudette was on just a little bit. And it looks like Pyramid Head is heading back there. Yeah, Claudette is in the area. Ooh, good double back. That is going to allow them to get a drop. Is Atom back here instead? Oh, this gen doesn't have nearly as much progress as we were expecting. And that might be just enough. Is Atom back here? If Atom's back here and stealthing out, I will be super impressed. I guess they were expecting that Claudette would take them away and let Atom try and finish the gen, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Atom might be on a completely separate gen altogether. No, that is the only gen being worked on at this point. So I will say that is not much of a 3 gen to speak of. One of them is upstairs, and that is going to be very difficult. Yeah, nobody is here. Question is, what is the play now from the survivors? Do they try and get this generator done, or do they try to set up for an endgame bleed out? Again, these survivors only worth 1 point apiece, but with a lead as vast as Monarchy had coming into this trial, you want to secure every point you can for your team and deny the killer as much as possible. Yeah, it looks like Claudette was here working on this drop-down gen. And given the situation, Pyramid Head will just take chase with this Claudette. If Atom is on that last gen, they might be able to finish it, but that's just going to be 2 points. But every point counts. If you can get, let's see, that's 10 points. They had a 30-point lead coming in here. If you can get those 10 points, it's going to be almost impossible for Deathwish to get the match point win. An eruption to boot. They are not going to be able to finish that last generator, as Atom is now incapacitated and unable to finish it. Huge eruption value. However, Atom nowhere to be seen, as they were able to get out of dodge. Could be a potential unbreakable maybe on the Claudette, not sure. Could also get a pickup as Adam is nowhere to be seen. They could be going for the pickup as we speak. Again, these indoor maps do make a tricky scenario for these endgame scenes. Lynette is above and crawling. I will say it will be a 2-point difference if Adam is either able to escape. If they bleed out, then it's only a 1 point given up for the killer side. But in a we are very close here point wise. Survivor was able to get a total of 8 extra points. Now it just comes down to, will Adam be able to find the hatch? No, instead Pyramid Head able to sniff out the Adam. Can they end this chase before the hatch is found? Adam looking around, running to the corner, running inside the ice house. Possibly a fake out. It looks like it was. And they will get the hit through the pallet. That will secure the 4K for the Executioner here. A much needed result for this killer to try and bring it back in favor for their Survivor team. Poor Ketty still on the ground. I cannot appreciate the Attack on Titan skins enough. I love their additions. But that will be the 4K there. Really good play from this Executioner, as that score will be adding up here shortly. I believe, yeah, 38 to 52. Not impossible to bring back. It is went from being a 30-point deficit to a 14-point deficit. Entirely possible to come back from, but we'll have to see going into this final trial if they will be able to get the W. 14-point differential. If I do the math real quick, Survivors cannot give... Yeah, if they give 4 fresh hook states, it's game over. They cannot give a 4th hook state in most scenarios. Even if you have a Survivor tunneled out here, you can win. That is only 6 points for the killer, and that could be a potential 18 for your own team. So we'll have to see here going into the last trial. It is not over yet, but Deathwish has a lead to overcome here. So with that said, we'll be taking one final break as we get this trial set underway again. Thank you all for watching. This is our last match of the day, but fret not. We are back next week. Surprisingly enough, did you know this is week 6? We have one more week before finals coming up. That is just... Season 4 went by so quickly. It is insane. Thank you all for hanging out with us, though, and watching. We'll be back very shortly. Stay tuned after this ad break. All right, folks, welcome back. Sorry to cut that replay short, but that does mean the last trial is underway very shortly. We're going to see the last bit of the Executioner mirror, and it is all down to this, a 14-point deficit. Can Deathwish play absolutely out of their mind and come back, or will Monarchy take the crown? It is all down to this. Slow Galio on the Executioner, and we'll see how it plays out for them. They do have the Corrupt Intervention, finding scratch marks very quickly here as they do recover the Ace. However, Ace does not have the Kenny outfit as, and therefore, I don't know how much it'll work. I did not know that drops down. I know that the punishment can drop down, but I did not know it can drop down that. That is fascinating. That is a beautiful hit, and this Ace might be in trouble here. Missing the M1 the first time, or sorry, the M2 that time. Ace going for another lap here. However, not wanting to get tormented, they're going to drop down. Another shot missing. This Ace is going absolutely out of their mind, trying to not take a hit here. And they will be able to vault back and get away. Honestly, I thought the Ace was going down there. I thought that was going to be a very early death for our survivor, but able to get a drop down as well. I'm guessing that's a balance landing. Yeah, Ace trying to balance landing the original time, and they've got a significant bit of distance here. Oh, they are in trouble, though. Getting grabbed over the pallet. This will be a very early hook for our killer. However, survivors are nowhere else to be seen. There may be a gen coming in here very shortly. This is one of 4 potential hooks to seal the deal for this killer. Do we see any survivors or gens being worked on? Upstairs gen does have a lot of progress on it. Yeah, that is a very, very close to done gen, and they're going to go for the kick. Yeah, just waiting for this gen to regress a little bit. I'm guessing a Call of Brine. Yeah, that gen is yellow. Could be Eruption or Call of Brine, maybe both. Yeah, just watching this gen regress as much as it is, it has to be Call of Brine. One gen, however, does fall. Killer camping a little bit in this corner, being able to hold this side of the map down and watch this generator regress in front of the survivor's eyes. Remember, that is a drop down hole, so the killer can drop down there, and yeah, and that's what's going to happen. They do get the unhook. However, killer is coming in to say hi. Vaulting over the pallet. Second generator going down. That is not... 2 different generators being worked on besides the one regressing currently. And Ace is going to go upstairs. Nia coming in, but will take the hit. Eruption on the generator as well. Eruption and Call of Brine. Nia does take a hit through the wall. This could be huge for this killer. And if you'll notice there, that is the power of Eruption. That Ace was in prime position for a flashlight save. And a pain res to boot. That is a pain res on that generator. That generator is getting absolutely obliterated by some slowdown perks. And that Jake is unable to go with the flashlight save because they are incapacitated. Remember, when you are incapacitated, you cannot perform any actions at all. Huge eruption value. I love this eruption buff. It is so sweet. And now the question is, can these survivors get Ace off hook? Can they finish these gens? This is a lot of pressure here for this killer. They do get the reset on Nia, as this gen was, remember, almost 95%, and it is just absolutely regressing at this point. Executioner just looking around for their survivor. A survivor does get tormented in this corner, trying to take a shot as it is double range. I'm just now noticing this killer has double range add-ons. Killer knows what is necessary here to survive this game and secure the victory for their team. Ace about to go to death stage, and they do progress to the final stage. That is 6 full points for this killer. 18 left for the survivors to take home here. I'm sorry, 19 points. 19 points are left for the survivors to take home here. Another gen going down, but Jake going down back here. It is worth noting that this 4th hook state for this killer doesn't quite secure the victory, as this is the scenario where 6 points are awarded. This will be an additional 3. That is 9 points with this hook state. And the survivors have 18 left. This is looking like it might be the nail in the coffin for these survivors. Killer just hanging around. They know that the gens are regressing. They do get the unhook. That gen is kicked. It is a 17-point deficit here. If the survivors are able to escape right now with the gens, they can get the W, but one more hook state, like it is lights out with one more hook state. Survivor jumping in saying, yes, come on, eat my decisive strike. And an eruption on the Nia. That is a decisive strike. However, you are not only tormented, but Nia also is incapacitated, not going down to the M2 there. Jake has a little bit of distance here. However, they are in a dead zone. They go down. That's it. This cage is going to seal the deal. They're not even going for the cage. They're going for the pickup. And there you have it. That is 11 points awarded to this killer. Just enough to put him over the threshold that even if the survivors had a 3 out at this moment, with the gens being done, it is not enough to come back to the point deficit. So Monarchy will clutch the victory of the match point. However, set point is still on the line. Set point is available here. And that might be just what they're playing for at this point. That is Colubrine. They are going to see that. Can I just say how like precise these kills have played this whole game? Like this entire match, we've seen both killers go at it and just very precise play from both sides. Just an absolute gem to watch. Colubrine giving multiple notifications that his survivor's working on this generator. Lots of skill checks going off there. And it looks like Jake will be progressing to Death Hook. Survivors desperately trying to get some last generators done. A lot of progress on that generator, but not enough. Trying to get a shot through the door, or I'm sorry, the wall, and not going to get it. Nia running away, but good double back there is going to save them a little bit of distance. A little bit like a shooting gallery right now for our killer. Another Colubrine activation, able to get away. I think that might have been a live potentially. I'm not sure, as that was very quick, or maybe a 99 sprint burst. Servers are cat and mousing these gens, really wanting to try and get something for their team. Remember, it was, I believe, a 4K at 1 gen remaining. If Survivor's able to complete 2 generators here, or manage to get an escape even, they might be able to win the set for their team. Oh, and that is an eruption. Eruption absolutely showing off this match as possibly the MVP. Not only getting good regression, but the incapacitation also denying survivors the chance to get a flashlight save that would have been crucial to keeping the ace alive early on. Nia's incapacitated for just a couple more seconds, but it's not going to matter as they are going to have to run far, far away. Missing the shot through the wall. If they can get a pickup on the survivor here, they might have a shot, but I don't know. This is looking more and more grim for a survivor squad. They need at least one generator done here. Not going for the pickup after all. Maybe seeing if a survivor was in the area. As Quentin is going to continue bleeding out for the moment. Let's see. These survivors are worth 6 points apiece currently. If, honestly, they do get the pickup on the Quentin as well. It's not so cut and dry. If a survivor is able to get out fresh here, even if they don't finish these 2 gens, that could also be a potential win con. Nia does get hit over the vault there, and they're heading into the back area. Taking a pot shot, but not able to get it. And this hard already left here. It looks like Quentin has left the building. However, Nia's still back here. Yeah, and that is a dead zone. But now they know that Quentin is not too far away and is going to pursue after slugging the Nia. That might be the win con for these survivors is let one of these survivors die, the other one stealth out, and if they can escape, that is 6 points denied to the killer as well as 3 points for your own team, which would secure. But they find the blood trail of Quentin. And unless Quentin is able to get some distance and also get the pickup, this might be lights out for our survivor squad. Here comes the 50-50. And they throw the pallet and go down. Now the question is there any deliverance, any unbreakable, any kind of second chance here for survivors to try and come back? This is going to be another 3 points. If they find the Nia, it's going to be an additional 6. Does Quentin have the deliverance? This is the cage on the Nia. Will we see a deliverance play? No deliverance from Nia possible. It's all down to if Quentin has a deliverance play, and the killer is ready and waiting for that deliverance as well. I don't know. I'm torn right now. I could easily flip over and see if Quentin has it, but I think I'm just gonna sit out here and wait. I am okay with waiting out and letting the suspense hang in the air. The thing is, even if Quentin has it, Neo was caged later, so they got a couple seconds left on the cage before the second one comes in. Then you got to wait out the skill checks, wait for the death. Even if Quentin has deliverance, it's not going to be enough, I think. And there you have it. The second stage is secured. Pyramid Head does get the 4K at 2 gens remaining, which, let me check the score sheet. That should be enough to secure the victory here for set number 2. Yeah, that will be Monarchy able to get set number 2. So with that said, that is the last match of the day. Monarchy taking home the 3-0 victory. So congratulations on your 3-0 sweep, and GGWP to Deathwish. But with that said, again, that is the end of our week. Next week, the final week of Group A, second to final week of Group B. I can't believe it's already been Season 4. Season 5 is just around the corner. Time flies when you're mooring survivors. But with that said, I've been your host, LittleRugaard, solo casting with you. Thanks for joining me, hanging out with us in Champions of the Fog. If you enjoy what you see, join the Discord, follow, like, subscribe. We have a YouTube channel as well. I'm just going to shout out all the things I can because I have nothing going on the rest of this weekend. I'm going to go back and watch some of these VODs. Thank you for joining me. It's been a blast. We'll see you next week. Stay tuned, folks.